So it's like that old saying, you can't pour from an empty cup. You can't. You just can't. You have nothing to give. Roll the intro.
Every single day, I'm gonna make something great.
I'm so cool and I'm a good kid.
That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Hey Dope Moms, and welcome to the Dope Mom community. Today we're going to be talking about self-care. Now you're probably looking at me like, she got on a jean jacket and a white tee and some black leggings. Like, who is she telling about self-care? Well, I'm about to catch a flight to Myrtle Beach, so I'm popping. No, I'm kidding. I don't know why that was so funny to me. I'm about to catch a flight for real though, so that's why I'm dressed like this. But today we're going to talk about self-care, the importance of it, and the guilt that comes from it. So everything that I say to you guys, oh wait, backtrack a little bit. If y'all see me looking down, I got notes here, okay? I got like 5 pages of notes because I don't want to go off on a tangent and forget what I'm talking about, because I like to talk a lot and I'll just be talking. Like, I can always string a conversation, so I don't want to just be off on a tangent. I'm trying to stay focused, so I have my notes here, okay? So everything that I talk to you guys about today, it's all based on my own personal experience, my own thoughts and feelings that I've had, the emotions I went through, and the things that I wish that I had like a mentor or even just someone to talk to me about it and tell me what they had went through, because I felt very alone with certain parts of my life. So I feel that people aren't transparent enough. Like, when we go through things, for some reason, instead of just learning from the situation, growing from it, and handing information on to people that we love, like our friends and family, we kind of like put ourselves in a shell. We're embarrassed. We don't want no one to know that we went through something. And I don't want to be the one that have went through anything and not share my experience or my experiences with others, because I'd rather help somebody. So maybe you can bypass that road I went by and learn from what I went through. So I want to be transparent. I want to tell you everything that I've been through, so you can know fine details. Like, you can, if I'm leaving out something you want to know, just ask me in the comments. Like, I'll answer. I'm a transparent person. So I want to share with you my experiences, and maybe you can grow in a different way. You don't have to grow from the pain that comes from not taking care of yourself. So anyway, let me start my story. For me, motherhood began at 20, and I'm from a big family, so I knew what it was to take care of a kid, but what I didn't know was like the hold your child has on you. So when I say hold, I mean like the consumption of thought. My kid was always on my mind. Like, he basically ruled my mind and my pockets, okay? I worked at Comcast. I had a decent job when he was a baby, and I would go blow my paycheck on him every 2 weeks. Like, it was a ritual. Like, it was religion. Every 2 weeks, I would go to the store, buy him things he needed, diapers, formula, etc., etc. And then, oh, let me get this. Oh, let me get this too. Oh, this too. I never did that for myself. Then, a couple years later, here comes his brothers, and now I have a different, better paying job. And guess what I'm doing? The same thing. And I can't seem to find any money for myself. Like, I would buy myself t-shirts and hoodies. I dress very similar to how I'm dressed today, except for I was dressed for real when I was doing it then. If it was cold, I'd get a hoodie. Like, I would act like spending $20 was like spending $200 on myself. I would never do it. Then one day I'm at my sister's house, and I actually thought that I looked kind of decent that day. Like I had on this hoodie and some black yoga pants and some Ugg boots, and my sister was like, you know, Sharice, you gotta buy yourself sometimes. You gotta buy yourself stuff sometimes. And I was like, she was like, every time I get paid, I make sure I buy myself something. And I'm looking at her like, and I just was like, right. And then later on, when like the more I heard her say that, when I went home, I'm like, who she thinks she talking to like that? She can't be talking about what I gotta buy. She ain't got no kids. The only person she gotta buy for is herself, and blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, all along, I knew she was right. And the more I thought about it, I'm like, you know, she is really right. She's trying to tell me, sister, you are not looking like yourself these days. And she didn't mean to offend me or hurt my feelings or anything like that, but she was just trying to tell me that I didn't look like myself. So I tried. Like, I tried to then go to stores and like, oh, let me get myself this and let me get myself that. And then that's when all the guilt came. Like, oh my God, I could be spending this money on my kids. Like, I could be doing this, could be doing that. And it was very, very hard for me to buy myself anything or to do anything for myself because I had my kids, and I just wanted to make sure that they'd never be without. So because I wasn't doing anything for myself to make myself look good, I started getting very insecure. And I started being like a low person, just someone who's very like upbeat and outgoing. Just imagine them now quiet and not really saying anything. And my mother came up to me and she was like, "Here, Sharice, take this money." She gave me $100 and she was like, "Go get your hair done. It'll make you feel better about yourself." Like, that in itself was major, because not only was it clear that on the outside I wasn't up to par, but on the inside she knew that I didn't feel good about myself. So I did what she said. I took that money, I added a couple bucks with it, I went and got me some Beyonce box braids, and she was so right. When I came out of that shop, I felt like a whole new woman. I was like, yeah, let me go cop an outfit, because these braids too fly to just be looking like a bum and got your hair all done. I went and got me an outfit and I felt so good. So then I realized, oh, you do have to put something on yourself to make you feel like somebody, to make you feel like you're worth something. So then I started slowly doing that and slowly finding the balance between taking care of my kids and taking care of me. And over just a short amount of time, I was able to do that, to find a good balance between that and me. So once I realized that me taking care of myself, starting to do the things I used to do for myself anyway, but getting back into that groove of making sure my hair was done, making sure my nails and toes were done, making sure I feel good about my appearance. Once that I realized that that was actually in turn making me a happier person, because I wasn't insecure anymore, and because I didn't have to like try to, you know, hide and be wondering who's looking at me. I didn't care if he was looking at me because I looked good. Like, that was making me a happier person. And in turn, that was making my kids happier, because now I'm playing with them when we're at the park. I'm not sitting on the bench like I can't move because I'm so insecure, but I'm playing with them. And, you know, things are funnier. I'm not irritable and just like always nagging. It made them happier. And then that's when I realized, oh, I'm not pouring from an empty cup anymore. Now I actually have self-love and happiness to pour into my children. And then when I need some replenishing, I do the things I like. And for me, those things are like hair and nails, like I've been saying. I love to get my hair and nails done or buy a new wig, because I'm really into wigs right now. Cheap, inexpensive, I don't care. If it's cute, it's cute. I really like wigs. But anyway, those things make me happy. Random trips with my girls, I like to do that. Or random trips, period. Or planned trips, whatever. I just like to travel. When I do those things, I'm getting my cup refilled. So you have to do those things in order to have something to pour out. So for you, it might be running. If you feel when you're running, you're alive and your spirit's refreshed, your body's refreshed, then you go ahead and take that run. However much time you need, I don't know, because I don't run. But if it's an hour, you take that hour. You plan it out if you have to, but you take that hour so you can have a full cup. If you like to dance, you go join a dance class or something, or you just dance in your living room. Whatever makes you feel happy, you have to do that in order to have a full cup, because you're going to be pouring out into your children. And then you do it again when you need some replenishing. So now that your cup is full of self-worth and self-love, you'll even be able to set goals and achieve things to better yourself, and you'll be successful at it, because this time it's not rooted in superficial things. This time it's not rooted in self-hatred. This time your goals and what you want to do is from self-actualization, and that's easy to do when you really love yourself. So self-care is basically keeping your cup full. Whatever it is that's building and making you feel good about you, you make sure you take time for it. And you're not taking away from your children when you do that. You're actually giving to them. Remember that if you're a happy mom, they are happy children. That's all I have for you today, guys. Remember to like this video, comment, subscribe, and catch me on the next one. Take care of yourself, dope moms. Don't forget to like this video, comment, subscribe, and on my other pages.